Hey guys, NastyNate 888 here, bringing you a video we haven't done in a while. I'm gonna do a StarCraft casting of a replay, which it's been quite a few years since I've done one of these, but I had an insane 4v4 match last night. We had to do it. This is my cat Danny. Say hi, Danny. Meow. Oh, she's taking a nap and being feisty. Yeah, you good kitty. All right, so let's get into this game real quick here. So I was playing this game in a 4v4 last night with three of my buddies that we game with, and as you can probably see already from the title of this video, it gets pretty crazy. We're gonna have a lot of Protosses, a lot of Skytoss type of situations. We're gonna have some nukes go off. You know, it's gonna get really interesting. So I'll start by introducing the players on my team. You obviously know me, NastyNate here. We got our buddy Tokash over here, who's a really good player as well. He's probably around my level, high diamond, low masters kind of Zerg player. We both went random, but we both lucked into Zerg in this matchup. And here, of course, we have Hasu. If you've seen my other videos, I'm sure you're familiar with this player. He's quite a troll, and as you can see, he's got the old Kim Jong portrait there. But anyways, he's playing Terran as he does. He's probably a platinum tier player. This is Paperbag. I'm not really sure what Paperbag's skill level is, but we're doing some. I think these are placement matches. As you can see, we're up against 4 Protoss over here. I believe one of them went random, so we weren't entirely sure until we scout the map. But we do go against 4 Protoss, and of course, as Protoss like to do, they're gonna play Skytoss more or less, almost exclusively, I might say. Let me turn this game sound down just a bit here. All right. So what happens here is, you know, the usual opener. We see Protoss. I realize that we're not. I mean, you can't really do too much aggressive with this kind of a setup. Bases all very close to each other. You know, easily defensible allies. You can't really split them up, divide and conquer type of game. So it's probably going to go into a long game. So I'm just gearing up myself for some macro here. You know, of course Tokash is doing the same, and you know, Hasu is doing what he does. He's trying to do it, and then Paperbag, yep, taking his bases. Looks like our opponent has taken a hidden base. Let's slow this down a bit here. I mean, this is kind of a long game, but we might speed through some of this actually. This early game isn't too important. It starts off, you know, everyone just macroing up. Once we scouted these I scouted with my overlord here, these double stargates, and I'm like, okay, here we go, of course, just what I expected, you know. So we're just trying to macro as hard as we can. Oh, this is just clogging the screen, isn't it? Okay. Let's see, is there a way to do like an auto camera here? I guess not. Maybe there is, I'm not sure what it is. But we're just poking around, you know, we're seeing, okay, they got void rays, carriers. They're taking the map. We never really scouted this base, unfortunately. That would have been useful. I mean, this guy's obviously only on 2 base. I don't know why he has a hidden base way the fuck out here, but I guess that's just what happens in StarCraft sometimes. So it looks like Hasu's making some cyclones to kind of deal with these early void rays and stuff. We're doing some pokes and prods. Fortunately, I don't think these players were too good. I mean, I imagine if they were better, that on our level or so, they would just destroy us, because obviously, as I'm sure any of you who play StarCraft know, dealing with Skytoss, especially in team games, is kind of a nightmare. And dealing with 4 of them is probably even worse. But you know, there's just some poking and prodding going on here in this early game. This guy's really got this base quite defensible. Finally taking a 3rd base. So yeah, they're not too great of players. They're only on 2 base. This one player is getting his 3rd up. But as you can see, you know, I'm already at 66 workers. Or that's Tokash. I'm at what do I have here? 82 workers. Yeah. So I really macroed up. I knew we were going to this late game situation from the bat, so I just wanted to do a double spire. He went Hydra, so I went double spire. with the air army, you know, the Muta, Corruptor, Viper situation going on against this Skytoss. So what's going to be our strategy? Open with, you know, open with Mutas. Hopefully we force some Phoenixes, transitions out or something, you know, useless in terms of a straight up fight out of them. But that didn't really work so well. It looks like we're getting aggressive here, so we'll go ahead and slow it down and play at a more normal speed here. So you can see they're just doing the carrier Tempest thing. They're just kind of clashing in the middle, trying to deny their expansions as much as possible here. We can speed this up. This is just, you know, your generic kind of gameplay here. We don't need to, you know, we're just poking and prodding here, trying to get an edge, maybe pick out some carriers. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. It looks like Hasu gets hit by the old Ball of Doom there. But, you know, this map's just such a cluster. Let me just spectate. I guess I'll spectate myself here, so we don't see the enemy. It's gonna be hard to follow if we just see everything that's going on the map at all times. So I'm gonna take off the player camera though. We don't really need to see that. You see, we catch some Tempest out over here. This is real nice. You know, these players weren't very coordinated, unfortunately for us. Some of them had pretty big armies though, so we were in kind of a tight spot here. They started shredding some of our bases. You know, like, I probably shouldn't have engaged here. This was probably a huge mistake because, you know, obviously, like, with the time warp and all these minerals, this is kind of a dead zone for ground units, so my buddies can't really help me out here. But they're abusing that dead space very nicely. Gotta give them credit. They're poking and prodding at different angles. This obviously is an overextension right here, so luckily we were able to clean out some of that, and they had to recall out. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, they're still, you know, abusing that dead space, denying our bases. And then, yeah, we got, looks like Paperbag made some DTs here. I don't know really what else he's created. I guess he made some star ports, but I don't remember seeing too many air units. I guess he's going pure DT. Okay, I guess that's what he did this game. Interesting strategy. Anyways, we're still poking and prodding here. We're trying to, you know, just deny expansions, take our own. Looks like someone's peeing the bottom. Okay, there's an army down here. So luckily they overextend again. We wipe up all these void rays. So they've done a lot of overextensions in this game, but somehow they've still got a lot, you know, to deal with, and we're kind of going to be in a tight spot here in a second. It looks like we're winning right now. I think it looks pretty solid, but we should have to find out. Maybe we overextend ourselves here in a little bit. Shit gets kind of out of control. I'm doing my blinding cloud or, you know, parasitic bombs. We're just kind of pushing and prod. We got a lot of Thors. Luckily, we were able to convince Hasu to make a bunch of these Thors in the ground, or put them in the explosive mode or whatever. Hit the armored targets. We realized, oh shit, they took the top of the map too, so we need to clear out what we can here, and then we need to head up north. But then you got all these, you know, carriers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's go up north. You know, we got to deal with all this shit up here. We cleared out some of this. I mean, there's a lot of cannons and carriers here, so I'm getting hit. You know, my base is getting screwed up. I had this kind of Tempest war up here. So now we kind of have a siege battle, and it's not looking great because I'm here alone right now. You know, I can pick and pull what I can, but it's kind of tough. You know, I'm losing a lot of my Vipers here. And then of course we're getting, we got some good harass on the bottom side still, which is great. Hasu's trying to move all his Thors back up here. Fight this army. I kind of lost my minerals here, unfortunately. I'm kind of in a fortunate spot at this base. I do have other bases still providing me income though, so I'm kind of okay. Just kind of a tough fight. I should have probably waited for more help here. I mean, yeah, getting these yoinks is actually fine, but I think I overextend there a bit later on. Looks like Paperbag's going with the DT attacks. I don't really know what he's doing here. This is kind of a useless attack, but anyways, finally we got Hasu and and Tokash up here so we can deal with this army. But of course, as we're doing this, then they hit our bottom base, and this is kind of where things get out of hand in this game because we lose most of the bottom. This push while we're dealing up here, you know, we got all these slow units, Thors and Hydras. So yeah, and of course I overextend here, try to just nuke down some carriers, but this was probably not the best idea. I thought Hasu was going to help me out with those Thors, but he just kind of kept him there for whatever reason. And then we get our first nuke of the game here, which looks like we're pushing and trying to cover the ghost, keep it alive. He doesn't seem to have a lot of observers. So as you can see, boom. Yeah, wrecked. Let's watch that one again. Here we go. Not bad. Looks like, oh, he did pull some of the Tempest back, but it still hit him and killed a few. So that's pretty solid. Pretty solid nuke there. Meanwhile, we got, looks like Paperbag's doing a Zealot run by, which seems to be working out decently well. And then, we're just getting creamed on the bottom side of the map. These guys are just smoking us, you know. I'm gonna turn off team colors here, just to make things a little more simplistic. You can see what's going on. So we're trying to poke and deal with this top. We're trying to deal with one army at a time. Hopefully we can clean this up and then head down to the bottom. We did have a nice concave here. Yeah, this is going to work out real well. He's going to recall, of course, but we'll pick off a lot of his army there, which worked out super well. But now, of course, we lost most of the bottom bases. We're moving down. For some reason, Tokash made Ultralisks, I guess, to clear out the buildings and stuff. And they're going to recall as well, so that works out. I mean, they escaped with actually most of that army, so that army escaped pretty unscathed. And they're going to try to retake their bases. We never really got any work done up here. Unfortunately, meanwhile, they did get some work done, and they got a lot of work done on the bottom, so... The game is kind of in an awkward state right now for us, economically. We don't have a lot of mining bases here. I believe Tokash is funneling money, because I'm out of money, basically. Lost all these bottom bases I had. Just so I can have a decent... corruptor count. We got another nuke going down. Looks like Hasu pulled off. I didn't even notice this nuke. This was another one up here, which looks like it's going to take out a lot of probes here. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, that's 2 great nukes so far. Awesome. So I guess those nukes really paid off. Man, I'm telling you. Wait till you see these next ones. This is going to be awesome. I mean, he really did a good job with those nukes. Those are really clutch. I think they won us the game almost single-handedly. But anyways, we're trying to deal with this here. We got a bunch of Hydras now to reinforce, so. But they do have a huge Skytoss army, you know, 3-3. Oh, are these 3-3? Yeah, 3-3 air. Well, 3 attack at least. I guess they didn't upgrade their armor, so what much. So yeah, as I was saying, these players probably weren't the best Skytoss players I've ever played against. So, you know, if they had been a little better, I think we would have really struggled. But Hasu's trying the old nuke trick again. Let's see, where's this ghost at? Oh, here it is. Okay, it looks like they pulled away from this one. So this one didn't go off super well, unfortunately. Kind of whiffed. Meanwhile, up here, it looks like Hasu sent his Thors to wipe out some bases, which is working out pretty well. But we're also getting stomped on. Hasu's still trying to get those nukes off. Fortunately, these guys are kind of keyed into his strategy now. They're going to keep mobile, keep moving. Looks like his Thors are actually doing quite a bit of good work up here, wiping out all these bases too. So that's kind of nice. We're trading. I'm trying to get Tokash to come down and help me fight this because I have an army here, but it's not really going to be strong unless I engage with all his Hydras too. And it looks like we did get another nuke here. So let's see how this one does. Wow, this one looks like it could potentially hit pretty hard. They're trying to recall. Oh, look at all those voids go. Damn. Holy crap. Okay, that was an amazing nuke too. Jeez, that was the 3rd awesome nuke we've had this game. And we haven't even seen the big one yet, boys. This game was just insane. So, this is actually one of the... I guess Hasu did do a good job cleaning up the top, I didn't realize that, but then he overextends here. He's, you know, he's sending his Thors in all by themselves after all these guys recalled. and he's trying, like, we don't really need to worry about anything up here. All this shit's mined out, so I don't know what he's trying to do by himself up here. He should either be going up here to this base, I think, or down, grouping up with us, but for some reason, he overextends up here against all these Skytoss units. And at this point, I'm yelling at him, like, you know, what the fuck? Like, what do you do with all those Thors up there, man? Like, I just noticed it. I was like, oh god, you know, this was a huge overextension. Meanwhile, we're attacking out here, though, so we're at least clearing that up. I thought we kind of lost the game here, you know, when he lost his entire Thor army. That was all his income, too, so he had no money left, really. He's building this base up. But right now, we're like, okay, well, we got at least our 2 armies left. I don't know what the hell Paperbag's army is, or if he even had one. But yeah, okay, we get the nuke off here. So Hasu's yelling at us, you know, I got the nuke off, engage, like, distract him. And here we go, boys. We can slow this down to normal speed. Watch this bad boy. All those Immortals, High Templar carriers, look at them go. Oh, I guess mortal or nukes don't even kill most of these kinds of units. Even the carriers all survived. All the Immortals easily survived, just shield damage. But that was enough, you know, spread out across that whole army that we were easily able to come in here, clean that up, and that, I believe, secured us the win right there, was that single fight. With that amazing nuke. I wonder what Hasu's unit or destroyed value was. We'll have to look at that at the score screen. Probably got a lot of good value on those nukes. But from here on out, it's pretty straightforward. We just clean it up. Beat 4 Skytoss thanks to nuclear launch detected. Pretty awesome game. So yeah, I had to go ahead and show you guys this game. I don't know if I'll be doing a lot more StarCraft commentaries. We're kind of moving on to other games, it seems. Baraka and some other stuff. But we'll always be playing StarCraft. You know, it's one of the classics for me. It's my bread and butter. So keep a lookout for more of those if that's what you're into. I'll try to post some more, you know, YouTube videos related to StarCraft perhaps in the future. Get some decent games in, and stay tuned to like and subscribe below if you enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time. Peace.